Hello and welcome to Module 3 of the SBH Teaching Kitchen's online cooking series. Module 3 is all about lunch, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to make a chickpea salad wrap. So chickpea salad is going to be very similar to a chicken salad. We're going to use all of the same ingredients and flavors, but instead of using chicken, we're going to use chickpeas. So this is going to be a vegetarian dish. It's going to be a great option if you don't eat meat, because those chickpeas do have a lot of protein to them, so it's still going to be very filling and satisfying. And even if you do eat meat, this could be a nice dish to try out because chickpeas are often much cheaper than chicken. So this one can of chickpeas here cost me about $1, sometimes even less if you can find them on sale, whereas a pound of chicken can cost you anywhere between $2 and $6 per pound, sometimes even more expensive. So chicken can be a lot more expensive than buying something like chickpeas or other types of beans. So if you're trying to save money but still want to make sure your meals are filling, I recommend trying to substitute some or all of that meat with beans and get creative with your cooking. Now if you really miss that chicken, you could always mix some chicken in with the chickpea salad, so you have chicken and chickpeas at the same time. This still helps you to save money because you're stretching your dollar a little bit further. You're making more servings, but using a lot of ingredients that are going to be a lot cheaper than that meat that we're using. But for today's dish, I'm just going to show you with pure chickpeas. So we're going to start with 1 can of chickpeas. I recommend finding low sodium if you can. These are just regular. The trick to getting out all the extra salt is to drain off the liquid and then rinse those chickpeas off. A lot of the salt in there is on that extra liquid, so if you can get rid of that, you're getting rid of a lot of that extra salt. And now before I add anything else, I'm just going to mash about half of these. This helps to give you more of a similar texture to a regular chicken salad. Some people even mash all of them, but I find that just mashing half of them gives you a really nice texture. By mashing the chickpeas, that also just helps everything to stick together a little bit more. And this is about good. So I just used a fork for that. You could also use a potato masher. And now I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. So we're going to start by adding 2 green onions, and I'm just going to slice these very thin. You could also use shallot or red onion or even white onion here. I think the green onions are nice because they have a more mild flavor, so it's not going to be too strong of a raw onion flavor in our salad. It also adds a nice green color to the salad. Anytime we can make things more colorful, we always want to try to do that because we do eat with our eyes. So I've added my green onion. Now I'm going to add 1 stalk of celery. I'm just going to trim the top and the bottom. And I want to dice this pretty small. Another thing you can do if you want to stretch your dollar a little bit further, make a bigger portion of the chickpea salad, is to use another stalk of celery. Celery is pretty cheap. It lasts a long time in our fridge, so we can keep that on hand and just add a little bit extra in our salad. That celery is going to give us a really nice crunch too. Without it, the salad can just be kind of mushy and not very exciting to eat. So anytime we have something that we can crunch on, it's usually more enjoyable to eat it. Next, I'm going to just gently mix this together. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of lemon juice or half of a lemon. If you don't have a lemon, you could use a tablespoon of vinegar instead. Something like an apple cider vinegar or a white wine vinegar would work really well here. Now that I've added my lemon juice, I can add the ingredients I need to really make that dressing. So traditional chicken salad uses only mayo, but mayo can be very high in calories and fat, so a little bit of mayo is okay, but we need to be careful about going overboard with it. So what I like to do is use some plain yogurt to help supplement that mayo and give me a really creamy chicken salad or chickpea salad. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of mayo. And then I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of yogurt. You could use regular yogurt or Greek yogurt. You just want to make sure that it is plain. That means that it doesn't have any extra flavors or sugars added to it. I don't think a strawberry flavored chickpea salad would be very tasty. And so our last 2 things that we need are going to be a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder and then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. From here we just need to mix this up, and as you're mixing, if you want, you can, mash up some more of those chickpeas. That's why I'm doing this with a fork, in case I need to mash anything extra. It's just really easy for me to do that, and then I'm not getting any extra utensils dirty. Once everything is mixed together, you can see it really does look like chicken salad. We have some nice green color in there from the scallions and from the celery that we added. And so what we're going to do now is turn this into a wrap. You could also make a sandwich out of this, eat it plain, put it on some greens, turn it into a salad. But wraps are nice because they're very easy to make ahead of time. They're very portable. It's really easy to bring something like a wrap to work or school if you're trying to bring your own lunch. So we're not just going to put that chickpea salad in there. We are going to add some extra veggies just for some more crunch to kind of bulk up our wrap a little bit more. So what I have here is about a cup of lettuce that I've just chopped up. It was just 2 pieces of lettuce that I cut into these thin ribbons. Just makes it easier to eat. I'm going to add a few slices of tomato. And then I'm also going to add a couple slices of cucumber. And you could get creative with this. You could add some avocado here. You could try some carrot on there. Even like some thinly sliced apple might taste good on there. So we have all of our veggies here. Now we're going to go ahead and add about 1/2 cup of that chickpea salad. You want to make sure you're not overfilling your wrap or it's never going to close. And now we're going to go ahead and fold our wrap. So we want to make sure we have space on the sides here. And we want to take the filling and pull it towards ourselves a little bit. So it's not right in the center, it's a little off center. We're going to fold in the sides. And then I'm going to lift up the bottom and just tuck that all in. And then you just turn it one more time to close that flap. So if you're going to bring something like this to work or school with you, I recommend not cutting it just so it stays together a little bit better. If you want, you could cut it in half. It's a little bit easier to eat that way, but then it might not travel as well. So I am just going to go ahead and cut this in half to show you how it looks. And there we have our beautiful chickpea salad wrap. We have our veggies in there from our lettuce, tomato, and cucumber, and this is going to be a really filling lunch for us. We did use a whole grain wrap, so that whole grain wrap is going to give us some extra fiber and make this even more filling and great for us. And that's lunch. Thank you for joining us for the SBH Teaching Kitchen's online cooking series. This has been the recipe for the chickpea salad wrap, and we will see you again for the next one.